How's it going, guys? It's Druid. This is my first video, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a melodic piano beat. It's gonna be using stock plugins. You don't really need to go crazy with buying plugins and everything. So first thing I'd do is I'd go to the master, I'd turn off Fruity Limiter, and I'd put on Soft Clipper. This is so like the 808 and kick hits really hard. Alright, we're just going to use FL keys just to lay out a melody, just to see how it goes. And honestly, FL keys isn't even that bad of a like plugin by itself. So I'm just going to click in a melody. I'm gonna turn up the BPM just to make this a little faster, I don't really have a specific like type beat I'm making, I'm just making whatever I can. So I didn't really like the melody I made before, so I just remade some chords, and I got this. So again, I'm gonna use the same tool I've been using, or not tool, but trick, and you can put it down an octave just to make it sound, fuller. And like I said, match the root chords, or match the root notes. So now you have to get the notes above. I don't know the term, I forget, but you just gotta get these top notes, and to spice up the melody, instead of just having regular chords, you can add some notes on top and it'll sound really good. Alright, so I got some basic notes on top. It sounds pretty good right now, but a little dry and a little muffled, so I think I'm gonna add some even higher notes just to make it sound a little cooler, because with these just basic notes, it doesn't really sound that good. So trying to make it sound high quality. Alright, so I added a couple of notes on top, like with these high octave ones. And makes it sound a little cooler, you know, with like the strumming effect. So have that done. I like to turn down these root notes, and by the way, adding root notes makes like a deeper sound to it, so it sounds a lot more realistic and full. So if you even go down more, it's going to sound more full. Versus like this. You can tell like not that much better, or a lot better with the notes on the bottom. So what I like to do is lower these notes, and then I do Alt R. Sorry about that. Yeah, I like to randomize the velocity so it sounds more like a real piano rather than something robotic and actually on FL Studio. Same thing with these, I like to lower them around here. Alt R. And chords, the same thing. Alt R, these. So it looks cluttered here, but it's supposed to look like that. But yeah, that's for the first melody. I also like to, with the chords, sometimes I'll add these ones. I like to do Alt S. It adds like a strumming effect, so as you can see, it's like, well, I'm not gonna do that. I just want a little one, like, and preserve ends so they don't like go off the pattern. You want to make it these 8 bars, you know. So you have this. Oh, let's get it like that much. So that's it for the first melody. Let's get on to the second one. I usually just copy and paste this, and let me delete these. I have one-shot kits, but I'm not going to use those just because you guys can't really get those. You can, but the purpose of this video is to use stock plugins. So I'm use Citrus, which it is a stock plugin. You just kind of want like a synth or something, just to, you know, make this sound a little more full rather than just this. It sounds pretty full right now, and if you want to see how full it goes, you can go to channel routing. You can route it here. You get an EQ going, and you can just look at all of this. And if this ranges should have like all elements. So as you see, it fills the mid-range, so there's room for the high range now, and we're going to use that for maybe a bell. I'm feeling a bell right now, so let's make the mid-range a little more full by adding a synth. Or maybe even a pad. Pad sounds good. If you want all the velocities to go back to the main position, so like let's say it's like this, and you don't want to like line it up like this, you could just hold down Alt and just click all the velocities. sound better at least. Dry sound right now. So what you want to do with the EQ is you want to, I'm gonna go to this preset, this one, and it's because it's easier to just cut out the EQ. So if I play, let's play from beginning. You just want to cut out the other sounds and like reverb and all that stuff in the sides and like the lows and the highs. And I like to add some delay to make it sound wider. Around in here. So yeah, I got those down. Those are just some basic melodies to get. We don't have to put drums yet. I'm gonna put one more melody. I'm thinking like a bell, like I said earlier. Gonna go back to Citrus. I think the sound's a little harsh though, so I'm gonna fix this. Alright, that sounds pretty good. And let's add this into here. And you guys know the drill. EQ. Take out all this, because you could, if you look, you can slightly see all the sound and reverb going off into the mids and lows, which we don't want. So we gotta EQ that out. I can go on to my favorite part, which is the drums. So let me grab some basic drums and show you how to make them sound pretty good with the melody. And you can find some free drum kits. These are on YouTube, or there's a website called freedrumkits.com. You could just go find some drum kits there. So all of these are either from YouTubers that I watch or freedrumkits.com. They're all free, so keep that in mind. So yeah, what I did is just I clicked on the 8th or whatever on every 9 like square things over here, and that gets you the clap on beat, and I just repeated that for everything. So yeah, clap, clap. And then to get the 2-step hi-hats, let me just cut this. To get the 2-step hi-hats, I go you get fill each 2 steps like that. And you get that. To get your 808s in tune, make sure you put it on your root notes so they don't sound like dumb. So put that there. All on the root notes, and I'm gonna put them up an octave just to make them sound not like too low. See, now your 808's in tune. If you don't want your 808s to overlap, you can just go here, go to this part, the volume part of the master, like by clicking on the sound, put hold, attack, this thing, this sus, rel, or release, and yeah, that makes it so whenever you play the note and release off the note, it just stops. So like there isn't any like release or like reverb or anything. And then if you cut it, it won't overlap your 808, so it won't sound like this. It'll just cut from the note, so like this. So it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like stupid. Another way to know that your 808s are in tune, if you put them up an octave, it's really an ear thing. You kind of need to know, like, if it just sounds good to you, then it's good. See, you can hear it, like, it sounds perfectly in tune with the melody and stuff. Alright, well, these are your basic drums. You got your clap, you got your hi-hats. I might actually... There you go. Open hat isn't really a basic one, but I like to put open hats in mine, and then 808s, everyone's favorite, where it's just the bass. If you're a bass head, this is your favorite. But yeah, these are the basics really. And then I like to add some, as the cool kids would say, some bounce. So I like to add a kick, because it makes the bass hit harder, makes the 808 hit harder. This one might sound good. I like to add a snare, like every on the offbeats, so it, you know, sounds pretty good. It's this one. There you go. Go like this. Cut it so it doesn't keep sounding like that. So you have to cut it that. Now I'm gonna add some hi-hat rolls, just to add some more bounce to the hi-hats as well. I like to change the velocities of this, just so it doesn't sound like all electronic. Now this beat may look a little complicated just because of maybe the patterns and stuff with like the snare and the hi-hats and stuff, but this is really a simple beat, you know, three like melodic sounds with like, what is it, 1, 2, 6 drums and stuff. Like, it's not that bad. So this is pretty simple. Now I'm gonna put this into the mixer, and we're gonna make this sound good. So the same thing what I did with the EQs and stuff with the melodic sounds, I gotta do with the drums as well, so they sound crisp. And make sure your 808 is like put this the stereo separation all the way to merged, so it's mono. It's not all over your like all over your sound. You know what I mean? It doesn't go overlap over all your sound. It's just in one place. So you gotta do the EQ thing as well to this. You want to make sure your 808 is kind of around the 3 decibel, maybe 0 decibel if you really want to, if you're really a bass head. For your 808, if you want to make it hit really hard. Or if you want to go 6, that's okay, or in between. I usually go 6 in between, or I usually go either 3 or in between 3 and 6. And now we have to lay this out. And if you want to separate all of these sounds, instead of just repeating this for the whole beat, you can click on the pattern one, press this arrow, split by channel, take all these, and I usually just hold down control and just click all of these at once, lay them out, and then I copy and paste them all the way. Make sure you change this by minutes so you know how much minutes or how long your beat is, and I usually do that. So I'm gonna lay out my beat right now. Alright, I'm done laying it down. Now, all I gotta do, add the tag. Make sure you add your tags in all your beats, because you don't want anyone stealing your beats, you know? Alright, well, I'll play out the whole beat right now. So this is how you make a beat, guys. That's how you make a melodic beat. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more videos, let me know. Smash the like button. Comment down below what type of videos you want to see next. And here's the beat.
Rudy.